What's the use?
Whoa.
Oh.
There you go. What is all this?
Oh,
Past due?
final notice? Yeah, I just missed some bills last month, you know, busy and so.
Okay, well, besides that, how's everything going?
Great. Great.
Yeah? I guess your Prince Richard is home by now, huh?
I don't know, but as long as he's gone, that's all that matters. That means everything's fine, right?
Uh-huh.
What do you mean, uh-huh?
You know, you told me yourself you kind of had a thing for him. I find it hard to believe you don't feel anything when the guy leaves town.
How does I have, like, a fantasy about him? No different than having a fantasy about Brad Pitt, right?
You never met Brad Pitt.
So he's interesting. He's a nice man.
Fred.
So I'm gonna miss him a little. But it doesn't matter, okay? I have to get over it because the only thing that matters is how this is going to affect Josh and Reva.
Of course.
And now that he's gone, Reva can get everything back on track with Josh and her family.
Right. And you can forget that you ever had anything other than sisterly feelings for her ex-husband. This man are not married anymore. So from what I see, Prince Richard is an eligible bachelor.
Come on, Harley.
And I just think it's incredible that you are pushing away your own feelings because of something Reva had with him 6 years ago,
They
Cassie.
were married.
But they're not married anymore. She has Josh. And what do you have?
I have my
Nothing.
self-respect.
Yeah, well, you know what they say about people who push away all their feelings?
No, what?
Well, you know, it's like a human combustion thing. It eats away at you. You burn up. I'm going to look over at that chair. There's going to be a pile of your clothes and an ash.
Thanks. You give me something to look forward to.
Yeah, well, you think about that, young lady, while I go to the bathroom. Yeah.
Hello, Harley's phone.
Yes, Harley. Cassie?
Richard?
Well, this is a surprise.
Where are you?
I'm at the country club with Philip Spaulding, wrapping up some loose ends on a deal.
Oh, by the way, since I have you.
Yes, indeed you do have me, yes.
I wanted to apologize for how I acted at the bank. I was a jerk, you know. You were trying to be nice by offering me money to help out with my loan, but I just didn't need it, you know. I mean, the money. I didn't need the money.
Please, Cassie, say no more. I apologize if I caused any confusion. Sometimes I do have a tendency to be a bit presumptuous.
Yeah, I guess when you're a prince for a while, it comes along with the territory.
Yes.
Well, you called Harley and she stepped away. So.
Yes, would you tell her that I called, please?
Yeah.
Great.
Richard.
Yes.
Have a good trip home.
Thank you. I will.
Wow. This is going to be harder than I thought.
I take it it wasn't Harley.
Yeah, it was Cassie.
Cassie? Of course you know Cassie. Reva's sister.
Yes. We had a chance to get acquainted in St. Cristobal, and, well, we sort of became friends. Yeah.
Just friends? Just asking.
Yeah, I've really never thought of Cassie in any other way.
Richard doesn't exist anymore. I'm serious, Harley. I'm going to put him out of my head. I don't want to hear his name again. Don't even want to hear it.
Whatever.
You know what he put my sister through? Do you have any idea what that man put my
I thought
sister
you
through?
didn't want to talk about this
Do you know why she went to the country club? She went there and she burned all of his love letters because she wanted to make it clear that it was over. Do you know what that cost her? Do you know what it cost her to hurt him like that? I don't ever want to hear his name again, okay? Let's not talk about him anymore. Well, it's fun spending time with you.
I told you I didn't want your money, but you had to do what you thought was the right thing to do.
You better get off the plane.
You know what, Richard?
We're gonna take
you
off.
You should be ashamed of yourself for talking to me on the phone and acting like you totally understood what I was talking about today, when all the while you were scheming.
Yes, I was scheming to give you a little money. How ghastly of me. I do apologize.
Go ahead, smirk your royal smirk, but I am nobody's charity case. You got it?
Cassie, if my gesture offended you, I do apologize. My intention was simply to give you some help so that you could keep that farm. I know how much it means to you.
My dignity means something to me, Richard, and now I look like a fool, okay? A fool who totally... What's that? What's going on?
We are taxiing. We're about to take off.
We can't be taxiing. They don't know I'm on the plane.
Of course not. I tried to warn you.
Tell them to stop.
I can't. They've got their clearance. They're going to take off, so you better sit down and buckle up. Because you're going to San Cristobal, whether you like it or not.
I'm getting off this plane.
Well, then you need a parachute.
And take me back to Springfield right now, Richard, I swear.
What, you're going to call the police? I'm afraid the police won't do you any good up here at 20,000 feet, Cassie. And besides, technically you're a stowaway, aren't you?
I had to talk to you.
You had to yell at me, you mean? Yell at me for giving you some money. Yes, you're quite right. It was terrible of me. No wonder you're so upset.
You know, you had no right to interfere in my personal business.
Cassie, I was trying to help you. You needed money to save the farm. I was in a position to lend you some money. That's all.
Money's not the point, Richard.
Well, what is it? Pride. Pride? Yes, of course, pride. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll keep my money, and you can keep your pride. And best of all, you can go on disliking me because, well, that seems to please you so much.
Tell me you didn't give me the money to stay tied to Reva.
I beg your pardon?
Tell me that you didn't give me the money to get back at Reva for rejecting you.
Oh, I see. So now you're not only rejecting my generosity, now you want to feel righteous for disliking me.
That's not the point.
Well, yes, it is the point. Because you would rather hang on to your pride than hang on to your farm and help your children. Well, I should have known because, well, that's exactly what your sister is like, isn't it?
What's that supposed to mean?
It means that Reva would rather go to her grave than admit her feelings for me. And if you despised me anymore, I would think it was you that was in love with me.
I don't have feelings for you. That's insane.
I was just kidding.